What's up, guys? Mega Bleeder here with another episode of Star Technology. I did a stream between the episodes. Make sure you head over to twitch.tv/megableeder to find that. Drop me a follow there. Let me know if you would rather see me stream on Twitch or YouTube. Also, remember, drop a sub on the video, hit the like button, and comment. Let me know what you've been thinking about the series so far. And let's get started. Let me get you through what we did during the stream and then what I did between the stream and this episode. So during the stream, I set up this farmer to get a process set up over here to get drilling fluid automated. So we've got a mixer running stone dust, water, and lubricant. The lubricant we're making through these distilleries using seed oil. The seed oil we're making from pumpkin seeds in these extractors. The pumpkin seeds we're crafting from pumpkins there. And then we've got a farmer here that's just got a bunch of stuff in it. It's running the compost and the input here on the circuit 2. So we're getting that. I did add in a drawer over here. I've got a controller with the range stretched out. So we're storing compost. We've got a drawer here storing 512 compost. So we got the drilling fluid set up so we could run the void extractor controllers. So these are all set up here, and then I set up processing for these as well. And it's not fast enough. Like, it is nowhere near fast enough. I can't even really run one void extractor controller before we start to back up. And I've got 4 macerators. These 2 are dedicated solely to the sodalite and coal. And these washers are not fast enough. The thermal centrifuge isn't fast enough for the Realgar or the... Oh, what are we getting from these? So we get way too much coal, sodalite. The gold and silver, honestly, is still pretty quick as well, because there's a chance to get a decent amount every 36 seconds. But the Realgar and Pendelitite, we're definitely backing up on. The rare ore, slurry, and residue, those I was just storing 32 buckets and then kind of trash canning, but I would like to replace these with super tanks. The problem is the super tank does take the hermetic casing, which takes polyethylene, and we don't have polyethylene yet. The polyethylene, it would need the liquid polyethylene, so we need ethylene and oxygen, ethylene from ethanol, and sulfuric acid, I think is going to be the way. Yeah, because we're not going to run any of the steam cracked stuff. It'd probably be the chemical reactor, and I don't know how to get sulfuric acid just yet. Probably water, sulfur trioxide. Sulfur trioxide would be oxygen, sulfur dioxide. And then sulfur dioxide would be sulfur and oxygen. Oxygen we'd have to get from an electrolyzer, maybe? Electrolyzing water, probably. That would get us, or maybe air. I think we need the gas collector. But I think the problem with that is we need something. I think the gas collector is here. Basic gas collector collects air at circuit 1, which can be centrifuged for nitrogen and oxygen. You need a lot of oxygen. It is recommended to use a different way. Check the processing lines chapter. So eventually we'll get to that polyethylene. So I'm going to set up. This system here works well for these 4 rock filtrator controllers. It's been running pretty much without a hitch. While I was setting this all up and letting this process and do its thing, These actually have been running. We've got 16,000 stone dust. We've got, 2,600 aluminum. We've got a lot of stuff here that's been backing up, over 1,000 Certus. We've got quartzite. So what I want to do today is actually get our first EBF set up, hopefully get 3 of them total, 1 for Canthal, 1 for silicon, 1 for aluminum. And then the chemical bath to deal with the hot Canthal and hot silicon. Hopefully gonna get those set up. And I think I'm actually going to do those over here. Get those set up and kind of automatically processing. I don't know what the systems are gonna look like. I have no idea. Getting into MV for the first time would be like the farthest that I've gotten into GregTech. So look at these cool skybox stars. So that's going to be the goal today, is going to make the push for our first EBF, and hopefully 3 of them total. So we need the electronic blast furnace, more copper nickel coil blocks, the heatproof Invar machine casing. So if we look up, can we find just EBF? No. Electric blast furnace. Multi-smelter, so it's going to be that guy. We're also going to need more cupro-nickel coils. Those, and then the heat-proof Invar casing. So the EBF, let's save that. Cupro-nickel coil, we had already made those. And then the heat-proof Invar and Invar, that should be easy. Invar frame and an assembler, no problem there. Invar rods, that should be easy. Invar plates should be easy. We'll put a bunch of Invar in bender. No, we have Invar, right? Yeah, we've got Invar plates, so that's not bad. Let's get rid of that. Here, furnace, LV, heatproof. Oh, this is going to be easy. Okay. So let's say electric blast furnace. We want 3 of them. Invar rods. We can't get the extruder yet. We could do a lathe. That's 1 to 2. Let's make some lathes, because I don't think that we have lathes yet. Let's get two LV lathes. That's going to be something that we definitely need. There we go. That's probably a quest even. Maybe not. And we have a room here. We can just set these up. And for this, if we want 3 of them, we'll just take on the lathe, just 2 stacks of Invar. How much can it take? Yeah, so let's grab Invar. 2 stacks, and that has no circuit. We will mute those, maybe a little bit of volume. Cool. So those are coming out there. So 8 Invar rods, tin wire. How's our tin wire doing? Because I've been using a lot of it. We've got a lot. Grab those. Pop those in there. We need these. Take a whole bunch of wires. 2 Invar frames. So in the assembler, we're going to need our rods. Rod, not Rob. What else is the Invar frame used for? Just the heat-proof machine casing. So I know that we're going to need more of those. That's on circuit 4 on the assembler. We need just 2 of those. We can drop those off. We'll just take a stack of Ferni. That's not going to be a big deal. We need Invar plates. And that takes 6 per, so we can do that. And that's on program circuit 6. Let those 2 run. We're going to need a lot more. That should be a quest. Hang on to those Invar plates. Bam. Not a complete quest yet, though, because we're going to need these. It says we need 9. We're going to need... Let's just say we do need 9. So if we multiply that by 3, we need 27. So we'll say 28. We need 48 more rods. Excellent. We've got all those. Which means we need 14 of these. It's 4 each. $14 times 4. And that is going to be on circuit 4. We'll drop 2 of those in there, and circuit 4, 2 of those in there. Yep. And then we also, for this, each one of those needs 6 plates. We're making 14. There's that. So each one of those needs 6 plates. What's an even amount we can get here? 2. So 12 plates. Yep, that's right, and that's going to be on circuit 6. Circuit 6. We'll drop all those in there. Pop you on 6 and drop those in there. Like so. Alright, the next big task is going to be the buses. Oh, the Cupernickel coils. So we need 16. We could wall share them. We probably should wall share them. So we're not going to need as many of the heat-proof casings. And the Cupernickel coil blocks, if we take a look, if we use some brass scaffolding, and if we're going to wall share, it would look like this. Right? And then we would be placing another set of coils on top. So we would need 36 coils. These guys should be done. And then if we take a look at these and say 36. That means we're going to need a lot of liquid tin. How much, if we take a look at liquid tin, it's going to be like that, which means 36. We can take half of those in there, half of them in there. We're going to need 64 bronze foil. Which we do have. That doesn't seem right, because I went 36. Come on, get off of there. Bronze foil is made like this. I need to make another 64. Right? Yes. And then we also need the 2x copper nickel wires. I need a lot more of those. And that's going to come from this, which comes from this, which comes from this, which comes from the wire mill. 32 of those. Why are you not telling me how many I need there? Is it just that, a stack? Yes. Okay, stack of copper nickel. I need one more stack. The bronze foil is going to be circuit 10 and a bender. Go. And then in the wire mill, circuit 16. Circuit 16, that's that. All right. And let's say we're going to put alloy smelters over here. I kind of like this little hallway I've got. So if I walk through here and see my EBFs over here, kind of like that. No, we'll put them over here. And this will give us a room for like one. If we do, wait, this guy goes on the bottom. Yes. Like that. Okay. These guys are going to take a while to run. It's going to take a while for me to get these copper nickel blocks. We're going down to the 2x. Okay. I needed another stack of foils. Okay, so that is correct now. So I just need to match the copper nickel with the foil. Is that going to be enough? Copper nickel is an alloy smelter. So let's throw in 2 copper and 2 nickel. Alloy smelter, copper, nickel. Copper, nickel. Alright, so if we want to run these EBFs, that's MV, that's MV, the hot one, MVHV. That's a problem for Canthal. MV, HV for Canthal. So to make the silicon, I need Canthal coils. Okay, how do I make silicon otherwise? Liquid silicon? Probably not. Oil Canthal. Alright, and the Canthal is HV, which means I'm going to need 2 MV, so I can really only make the aluminum right now. This one can be MV. This one can be MV, but I need Canthal coils. So really only 2 of these need to be Canthal coils. We're getting there. Copper nickel's doing its thing. I can only make 2 of them right now. So to be able to run both of these, I guess I need 3 of them that I can run at MV. But we're only going to be able to set up 1 right now, so I need energy hatches. The energy hatch. The LV. Gonna make those. Wire mills are still running. I don't know if that's going to give me enough. There. We only need 5 more. 5 more of these wire blocks. That should mean we're all good. I do need to grab all of that and all of that. These are going to be made in an assembler. That goes in there. Does that count that? No. This is going to be no circuit. I suppose I can put these in here, right? I could put these 3 in here. But not working. 2X and bronze foil. 2X and bronze foil. circuit. Why is that not working? Bronze foil, 2x Cooper nickel. Bronze foil, 2x Cooper nickel. What am I missing? Bronze foil, 2x. LV. Go. In an assembler. Go. No circuits. Go. I am confused. Assembler 8-2 liquid tin. Oh, my bad. Liquid tin alloy. Oh. Tin alloy. And it's gonna be how much of it? Is it 36? The liquid tin I can use for rotors? Tin rotors? Okay. Oh, I could save that for something later on. We make another bronze drum. We need long rods. Whoops. That makes sense why it was confusing. We can just put that down here. Need 5 buckets. We needed, what, 5 more of these? Yeah, like so. 32, that goes in there. Not like that, my bad. Those go there. That. Now it works. Okay. Okay. So that's doing its thing now. We don't need these to be in here, so we can just store those, put them away. The next thing that we're going to need, if we get rid of this, is 2 LV energy hatches. That's going to let us set up our first EBF. Fantastic. And we're going to need to put these to go right next to each other, and we can put them back here. And then we're also going to need a maintenance hatch, a muffler hatch. We don't need all of this because we're just making aluminum, so we need an input bus and an output bus. A maintenance hatch and a muffler hatch. Also ULV input. ULV output. Not F11, out. Put. Muffler, this one. There we go. maintenance hatch. That should be simple. My game is not full screen. There we go. Take the maintenance hatch. Oh, we need a soft mallet. And then take them out. And a steel crowbar. If that'll work. There we go. Need a muffler. Brown's fluid pipe. Also gonna need. I should probably save these. ULV input bus. We'll just say. We'll say 2 because it's the same recipe, right? Oh. Well, I had one apparently ULV output bus, but we need an input bus. So if we do that, we can say, these we actually want to move closer, right? We're actually going to want it like there, because we're going to wall share there. So our energy really should go, our 2 energy hatches. With the EBF, we only have the center slice to be able to run everything, other than the inputs and the outputs. So we should run energy at the top. We're gonna need our coils. That. The maintenance hatch. And go top. And the maintenance hatch be shared? Probably. We could probably put it there. The muffler cannot be shared. The energy hatches I don't want to share. Inputs and outputs can go on the outputs can go okay. Input and output. Want them to make some sort of sense. That's an energy hatch. Input there. We'll output there. Okay. Let's get some cables. And this is hooked up to this line here, what I should probably do, I don't want to overload this line, so connecting this one over to there. So if we do this, I don't know if that would count technically as blocking the muffler hatch. Probably. Let's grab wire cutters, connect these guys. We're gonna need energy, 4 amp, 16 amp converter. And that's gonna go here. We would have to connect him up to how does this look? Yeah, that's all right. If we take this over to here, probably run 2 converters if I wanted to or needed to. We'll start with this. Okay. This needs maintenance. Needs everything. Wrench, screwdriver, soft mallet, hard hammer, wire cutter, crowbar. I should probably make, there's a toolbox, right? Isn't there something like that in Greg Tech? 46 pages. Oh, I'm sure it'll be easy to find. We got like Greg Tech, other mods. Dynamite? Neat. You'd think the toolbox would be with the tools. It doesn't look like it is. Bunch of machines. Lighters. Spray cans. Duct tape. I'm looking for a toolbox. Can you see the toolbox? A bunch of circuits, a bunch of covers, power units. What is this? A nano saber. Bunch of fluids and gases. No toolbox, huh? Okay. We'll just do this, I guess. Hope that's enough. Soft mallet. Does that work? Nope. That did work? Oh, okay. That did work. Apparently all you have to do is click with one item. And then, let's see. The aluminum is just on circuit 1 on the input bus. which is here. Circuit 1. Ooh, look at that. Look at it. It's running. 44 seconds. Let's shift that. Is there a spot that would be better? Output. There's an input there. There's an output there. So I would like to see the aluminum. Maybe I should push this back by 1 block. I think I'll have another output here. That'll output for both of these. Or maybe I should move the maintenance back here. I don't know. The energy hatches are doing okay. That one's empty. That one's okay. Is it failing? Nope. Aluminum ingot. So if we go functional and we grab a drawer, we go that. Ooh, look at that. Aluminum. It's not a quest. Oh, we didn't hold everything here. LV, input hatch, LV. Okay. Let's, I guess, craft those. LV, input hatch. What else do we need? A wooden barrel. We know how to make that. Okay. And then finally, LV output hatch. LV put. No. Output hatch. Barrel. I want to change you to spruce. Why are you saying I can't make a saw? Or apparently I broke my saw. Alright. Output hatch. Boom. There. What do you mean? Output hatch. Did I not read? LV output hatch. Apparently I can't read. I think at this point you guys probably know that though. Barrel. There we go. There's a couple of quests, some star T coins, aluminum. This is your first MV material. Will be needed in vast quantities. Fantastic. Well, we're gonna have vast quantities of it. As long as we put it in the right spot. I probably will push all this back by 1. I don't know. All of this is going to change. I'm going to rip out probably all of this and all of this to set up a new ore processing line. And I think I'm going to do that over here. So having the aluminum will be nice for that. Configuration and linking tool. So lock that. We can link that there. That'll work. And then if we go into Tom's and grab another inventory connector, we can plop this guy down. Here, and then I don't want that. More cables. We're gonna get really close to having AE2 here soon as well. So now we should see our aluminium, because it's that spelling. I'm an American, but apparently we say it wrong. Okay, so we've got aluminium. We've got our first EBF and an aluminum EBF. Perfect. I might not wall share the EBFs because, I don't know, whatever. Maybe when we get to the point when coils are like ultra expensive, or maybe when we have the correct energy hatches. But this seems to be working fine. So let's take a look at what we've got here. The MV machine hull. To be able to make this guy, raw iron, copper, MV machine, plates. That's not bad. Laser engraver, advanced cutter, silicon rubber, any MV converter. What's this? This converter makes 4 amps of MV power instead of LV. Okay. We are going to need a new cable. And signalum is lossless. So we're going to set up another blast furnace specifically for signalum. Did I run out of... It's the liquid tin that I ran out of. If we take that and that, pop that in there, that should finish out this recipe and should give us enough coils. Hopefully. I don't know how much more copper nickel we're gonna need of the 2X variety, but we'll get it ready. We look up oil. We can make up another set of these even. Okay. And what is the tin alloy? We do this. Tin alloy is tin and iron. We'll just get a bunch of that going. So we're probably going to need more of it. Getting the other EBF set up will be as simple as 1, 2, 3, 4 more coils. Two more. There's 1. There's 2. So on the bottom, we need an output bus or an input bus. ULV input. Let's just grab like 8 of those. 8 of those. So an input bus and signalum is on 1. If we do 1, we'll just have to get this, which is a mixer recipe on LV. So So let's get, I think we'll be okay if we get one mixer. And that is gonna be 4 stacks of redstone, 3 stacks of copper, 1 stack of silver, but they need to be dusts. Okay. What's going to be the easiest way? It would be a macerator. Let's get 2 of these. Shoot up all of my rubber sheets. And I lost a file, right? Oh no, I had another one. Four motors, 2 gears, 2 pistons, 2 macerators. Okay, so if we're gonna do this, if we wanted to make, let's make a stack. Let's tell this we want to make a stack. $48 copper, 16 silver. So redstone. $48 copper, and where's my silver? Silver 16. Okay. And in the mixer, that is recipe 3. All right. That's not going to get us very much coil or very much cable. $16 amps though. That should be all right. Okay. What else are we needing? We've got our output. We need 2 energy hatches. Now, yes, we should be able to provide that enough. We're going to need another muffler. More iron rods. We're going to need 2 energy hatches. And let's run a... There's not really a good way to be able to set up these. It can be permanent. I put down an extra coil block that I didn't need. So, energy hatch, maintenance, or muffler, I mean. Let's see if this... I know that it can... How much is this supplying right now? 3.8. Okay, so this should be enough. Does this hurt us? No. Tiny pile of ash going in there. Does this back up? I don't know. Don't know. Is this complete? Might be complete. Structure incomplete. Why? Is it because we can't share the maintenance hatch? I think that's what it is. Can't share the maintenance hatch. Well, let's see if crafting one will work. We can place it down. Probably not. Yeah, because it doesn't... That's not a valid spot for that. So... this maintenance hatch... Maintenance hatch is gonna have to like go underneath, I think. So I'm gonna have to pull those out of there. Doesn't really matter because it's like I'm not gonna really lose anything, lose any resources. But we're gonna have to go underneath. I could make, you can make an MV energy hatch though now, right? Oh, UPLC, distilled water, laser engraver. No, dang it. Not quite. We're very close to being able to do that. A set of stairs going like down right here. Do this. We just need to be able to get down here. Go down one more right there. So if I do this, that, let's get rid of this. Take out our magnets so we don't lose anything valuable. Want to add one on top. Yes. Idea is to put the maintenance hatch here. Does that work? I think so. Yep, that works. And we need our gear. What if I just do that? Click slot with empty hand when required tool, or is it inventory? To solve problems. Oh, okay. So our input bus, I can pop that back in there, and now it's running again. Okay. we can share. Oops. I fell down the hole. Let's go these and these. Now we can go down here. That's that. Maintenance hatch. Maintenance. Click. Oh, cool. Heat-proof casing. Now that should be working. Yep, you're all good. Okay. Let's head back up here. Let's grab our silver. That's going to make our signalum. It's going to take a little bit. 15 seconds for 4. But then this guy we just put directly into the EBF. Yep. Right into the input hatch. And go. Signalum. Input bus. Program circuit 1. Program circuit 1. Got power. You've got power. You don't have an output. We could put this output there. Yeah, if we move this output, it'll run for both of them. How far does that linking tool reach? It will reach over here. Let's take you out. Ooh, no, I don't want it to do that. That was weird. Throw that in the trash. Let this finish. Pick that up. Pick this up. Output bus there. There. And put our aluminum back. Alright, now they're both running. Now, that should be okay. We just need to make sure that we have a drawer that will work. Got signalum, we've got aluminum. Bam. Sweet. It's not all of our signalum. Another couple of seconds. And I think what I'll probably do is this enough? It looks like it is. Yeah, it's holding steady. There we go. Signalum. That's a quest. Let's lock this and link it now. Let's check on our power consumption. Because those EBFs are hooked up just over here. So it looks like we are net negative on power. But we can connect these lines. So let's look at doing that. Is there a good spot where we can sneaky connect these lines? If we do it over there? Or do we just do it upstairs here? right across right there. Like that. That should show these getting ready to back up. Yeah, there we go. So we're creating enough power. I probably should have the power like going all into one area. That way we can have a better idea of how much we're creating. How's this looking over here? Yeah, that looks good. Looks good from over here. Fun stuff. Usually don't keep my magnet in my inventory just because I pick up lots of eggs and stuff. Okay. Grab that. Pop that in there. We've got aluminum coming through, and I should really, if I go into Tom's, grab more cables and output. We should just output the aluminum. There's probably, so Canthal, Burmabrite, Cobalt Brass. Maybe I'll set a level emitter. We can set the level emitter. I can set it actually directly on this. Which way does it need to go? Not that way. It needs to go this way. I could set it like this. Yeah. Okay. So let's just test it out and say we're going to level emit on aluminum and change it to 32 because we know that we have 32. We have 33. And then we can just bring this right over. We should see this kick on immediately. Bam. And it's not going to output any aluminum. So we could actually change this to, and if we pull all of that out, we can put that back into our system. We can change this and say, hey, 1024 ingots. We'll see it turn back on. We'll see it outputting now. We actually want it set to less than 1024. Set it to 512. There we go. So now this will craft 512 aluminum. And that'll keep this drawer from getting backed up, and then the output bus from getting backed up, because we don't want, this is only got a single output. And that's kind of why I don't want to wall share. Although we can when we get the MV energy hatches. That'll work out a lot better. So I think what I'm going to do back here is actually set up a little processing line to make the signalum dust. So it'll probably be a mixer. I'll probably just make another mixer and then output redstone, copper, and silver into that so that this can just run all the time. And I think I will probably maybe once I get the MV energy hatch, because this shouldn't be too difficult. We need an MV cutter. That's not bad. The laser engraver, phosphorus doped. probably the silicon wafer, a blue lens that doesn't get consumed. That's probably, can we do glass? Glass lens with blue dye? Sapphire? We could do sapphire. An exquisite sapphire? Yeah, that would be cheap. The silicon wafer would be the only other thing that would be really difficult. Getting silicon dust. We would need clay. That's probably the way that we should get silicon dust. Sodium, lithium. We should be able to do this now. Silver, MV circuits. What do we need for MV circuits that we don't have? The gallium arsenide. Gallium arsenide shouldn't be bad. There is a quest for that. A realgar. Realgar and sphalerite. So how do we get that from realgar and sphalerite? Gallium is sphalerite dust, an electrolyzer, and then arsenic is realgar and a centrifuge. Okay. All right. So that's probably our next set of things that we need to do. All right. So we're moving into MV. We got some MV machines. We've got aluminum automated. We've got some signalum coming through. I think that's probably a decent wrapping up point. I might add some more to the video. It looks like right now I'm at like an hour and 12 minutes of recording time. I might just make it a long episode and continue on. I'm gonna pause the recording and figure that out, and then I'll come back and let you guys know. I just realized I've been talking this entire time and my mic was muted. So let me walk you through what I did, because I'm gonna go ahead and cut out all of that. So first thing that I did was set up this. This is gonna be our central storage drawer controller. We set up iron rod automation. We set up magnetic iron rod automation, steel gear. We set up tin rotor, and we also set up an assembler right here. So this is automatically going to pull in items from our system. And right now it looks like it's struggling to do the tin cables. So we're going to need to automate the tin cables as well, which we could do. Liquid rubber. I think we'll use a packager. Or a packer, I'm sorry. So let's do that. I need one of these. which should be really easy to set up the tin wire. So I wanted to record more video, and usually I do a mic check and everything, and I got too excited. I got way too excited. Why is this telling me that I need more electric motors? Oh, did I not link this? No, I didn't. Bam. There we go. The LV machine hull. Oh, it's struggling because of the wires. I need to do it this way. So it's trying to pull the wires from the system. Packager. And we're going to need another wire mill. Wire mill. So definitely screwed up that recording. So that's awesome. Wire mill. Let's get these hoppers down. And this is going to need an inventory like this. So the way that this works is there's a robot arm right here that's set to import and just 2 items at a time. Let's change it to 4. So it's saying with this filter, it's whitelisting tin cables, iron rods, magnetic iron rods, and copper wires, and we have it on keep exact. So it's trying to just pull those items in. But right now I don't have the tin cable automated. So here we need to export tin. We're just gonna do this recipe. It's slow, but that's fine. It's gonna be on circuit 1. And we need to set it to tin. And that's a bummer that I screwed that up. So we'll set that there. That's gonna be set there. We can lock both of those and also link them. And you are gonna be automatically exporting that like that. And then going into Tom's, we're gonna need another storage dude like this. And we're gonna need another robot arm. This way. Piston, a robot arm, and we have a filter. So robot arm and filter. That needs to go in there. He's going to be set to import the tin cable on the packager, tin and rubber sheet. Tin and rubber sheet. And we're going to say import keep exact. We're going to set it to 2 like that because I don't want to fill up the inventory here. Packager or the packer. There's no circuit number. But if we do that, now this should work. Import. There we go. Now it's working. We'll quiet that machine down. That's going to go in there. Set it to automatically export. Great. And I think we need more lights over here. don't know a good way to put some lights over here. I also need the paint kit from Tom's. Black dye, blue dye. Blue dye would be easy. Green dye. Smelting cactus. We could make this happen pretty simply. There we go. And then it's just black dye and a water bucket. The black dye we could get from crushing coal or milling charcoal. Charcoal or coal? Where is my charcoal? This system here is slow. Probably want to run it through back here. That should come out over here. Yep. And a water bucket. We could grab from there. For the paint kit, oh, we just need an empty bucket. Okay, so how does this work? Painted blocks to match their surroundings. Oh, there we go. Ah, that's a bummer that it doesn't have the connecting texture, but that's all right. Oh, and it has durability? Boo. Okay. What else was I doing here? Let's see. We've got cables, we've got motors. This is running. This is going to take a minute to back up. What do we have as far as tin wires go? We'll just craft up a bunch of these. So put that there and rubber like that. So that'll sit and that'll be backed up for a while. So that's backed up. That should back up. We've got tin. Perfect. Okay. And this, both of these I want with downgrades. Yes, so downgrade, downgrade, downgrade. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so what else are we doing? What else can we automate? If we look here, we've got motors. We could automate the piston and the robot arm. That shouldn't be connected right there. It's not. Like so. 16 amp energy converter. And that's gonna string across. Ooh, that's gonna clip through there. I don't like that. We should connect it over here. I'll take it. Hopefully I'll come up with a more creative way that I'll like that. So let's say right here, we're gonna do our piston, right? Have everything to be able to craft this. And the piston is used in the robot arm. So we do want it. It's used in a bunch of machines as well. What's this? A storage cover? What's a storage cover do? Don't know what a storage cover does. If we take a look at Tom's, we're going to need this. And we're going to need an assembler. Nope. Because we're going to use this recipe, which is basically the same cost, but it's passived. The LV machine casing, we'll set this up as well, so let's save that. And the LV machine hull. You go there. So let's grab another piston and another robot arm, as well as a filter. And piston, filter, we're making this. So steel rod, tin cable, steel plate, small steel gear, and LV electric motor. Steel rod, cable, plate, gear, motor. But we need 2 steel rods. Why is that not working? Two tin cables. I should be able to click on this. Why can I not click on this? Keep exact. Oh, there we go. Tin cables. 3 plates. 1 of those and 1 of those. If we set that to import, keep exact, that should work. We just need to connect it up. Now, I can't really put it like this, so I think I'm going to have to run it across the top here. Or I could run it up through the bottom on this side. But then that's going to be kind of ugly down here. So I should kind of just run it across. Inventory connector. These have connected textures, so I can't really run one through the floor without it looking weird. If I ran it across, because I was not smart and did these that way, I don't want it to be right there because it looks funky. We'd have to cross over here, I think, for it to be anything. Assembler. Turn it down low. Piston. Export. Lock. Link. Fantastic. That's working wonderfully. Put a downgrade there. Now we have pistons, automated, robot arms. We can automate this. robot arm, that's another assembler. The LV machine case is an assembler. The LV machine hull is an assembler, but we can't. Because it takes liquid polyethylene. I mean, we could set up a crafter like this for it. That wouldn't be terrible. Maybe we won't do the LV machine hull, but we can use the LV machine casing. Because everything else is automated. So we'll do the robot arm, the LV conveyor module. No. So that needs liquid rubber. Could do these. Glue. ULV input buses. I think, you know what? I think because we've got it set up, maybe just the machine case. Let's do just the machine case. Let's do one more assembler. One more assembler. Gonna need another robot arm and another filter. Robot arm, filter goes in there. The steel plate, that's it, and then circuit 8. Keep exact. There we go. Import 8, whitelist, circuit board 8, right? Is that what it was? Yes, circuit 8. And then one of these. Bam. That's automatically working. We could break that because those are connected. We're going to need another drawer. This is going to be set to auto export. We need one of these and go into X-tones. Ooh, we don't have enough agon. We could set up those for auto crafting. Let's set this here first. Oh no, it'll be fine. Drawer, downgrade, lock, link. Sweet. If we wanted to set up agon, that's a crafter, okay. We would need the X-tone tiles. That would be a crafter that way. This would be something that we would need to, if we were going to set up those automations, I would honestly probably do it over here. Getting back here, I gotta go this way. So setting up back here maybe, because I do have the stone automation over here. So setting up more crafters for things like agon, the X-tone tile, and then also the, what's the other, this one, corp. So we'd need to set up a block cutter, and then also this craft with gravel and X-tones there. Okay, so let's take a look at what we have here. We've got motors. We're backing up on motors. This is backed up, getting close to it. This is backing up. Rotors, pistons, LV machine case. Wonderful. Yeah, this is working pretty much flawlessly over here. Excellent. I think the polarizer, is that the arc? Yeah, that's the arc. Yeah, we'll keep that low. All right. Oh, let's see. The basic inventory hopper, if we do another assembler, iron plates and chest. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna need another assembler. One more robot arm, right? Assembler and a filter. You go there. Robot arm, filter. We're making the hopper. And it'll be a chest. And iron plates. Chest, and we'll go keep exact iron plate. But that's wrong. Because we need this one. We need 5 of them. Import 5 exactly. So we should be able to up that down. Configure, link, downgrade. So we don't want to store like crazy amounts of hoppers. We're really only going to use them. The hopper only gets used for the basic inventory hopper and maybe the vacuumulator. I mean, we're not going to need... The vacuumulator doesn't have any uses, so we're not really going to need that many hoppers. It's just going to help us in automation with making these guys. In the beginning stages here. So back into Tom's, this, and this should just start working. Yep. It's gonna, oh, wow. Wow, it is slow. 40 seconds to make a hopper? That's crazy. That's crazy slow. Well, it's passive now, so I guess. We could probably just knock one out real quick to put in there. So now it can automatically export. That should show us 2. Yep. And then chests. We do not have these. Oh, we can't. Why can't we take those out? Why can we not remove those? Is it because they're in here? Huh, that's weird. Import. Interesting. Is there a way... Filtered, framed. Filtered. Framed. So the filtered one, I wonder how that works. Import or export from item network. We need to automatically craft chests. We can do that over here. Ooh, we need another crafter. What are we out of? Probably the casings? No. A crafting table? Yep, that was it. So if we set this guy up like this, have it everything pointed over. I need my create wrench. Okay, all of those are connected. We're gonna have a drawer come out here. Let's do it here, actually. Like so. That's feeding up, that goes into there. We're gonna need this. And we should just be able to set this to spruce planks. Boom. Lock that, and we're gonna need to link it. Which one of these is this stuff connected to? Oh, none of it. This one? Will this one reach? Nope. So we need an inventory connector cable. Like that. And then you need to be hooked back up this way. Well, that crafted a lot of those. I can downgrade this. And then upgrade it. There we go. What does it take to make these? Could I do the... I could do this in a... Oh, no, I would need an MV bender. Okay. So we have chests automated. We have hoppers automated. We have these. All of these are now backed up. And fantastic. If we were going to automate... We could automate this. Maintenance hatch. Oh, we could automate LV maintenance hatches. These buses. Liquid polyethylene. We could do this. It might be something I'd look into in the future. The muffler hatch. LV machine hull. Yeah, maybe possibly. That could be something that we set up more of over here. But I think this is a really great spot to be in. We should set up some things like the soul-infused wire. Is making these energy converters. Takes that. Let's see. My recording right now is at 2 hours and 9 minutes. And I've got to cut out the section that I was kind of an idiot and wasn't talking over. So that sucks because my mic was muted. But What I'm going to do is go ahead and wrap up the episode here. So I hope you enjoyed the long episode. I do apologize about having a whole section that I have to cut out because I didn't check that my mic was muted. So that's kind of a bummer. Usually I'm pretty decent about that. But thanks for stopping in. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you have not already. Make sure you hit the like button, leave a comment about how you're feeling about the factory so far, about the whole entire system so far. Let's see. I like to look at the base from over here. So let me know how you're feeling about it so far. I am really enjoying the way the base is turning out, the way that the things are working out so far. So let me know in the comments. Thanks for stopping in.